All bad boys, sorry. Look, it's happening like I'm on. Today we're going to talk about growth. Growth. Now, growth comes in many different forms and ways. Growth is not it's a it's not complicated. Let's just say it's not complicated. It's just a simple fact that you have been through something or you learned something and you see the world in a different way now. You've elevated to another consciousness. And I feel like there are levels, there are degrees that you go through in the mind. And those are definitely necessary. Those are definitely necessary. I think those degrees or those levels of consciousness more so are very necessary for the evolution of your being. If you're staying constant, that means in a sense, that means like you're kind of like not evolving, and you're basically trying to learn the same lesson over and over again, and that does not help for your evolution, for your progression. So what you could do is keep trying and have not necessarily an open mind, but I keep denying the open mind aspect, because if you keep an open mind, you're gonna open your mind up to every and anything. So I would say keep an open mind, but at the same time, be cautious of what you accept in. Like, you have to actually evaluate those thoughts that either come through your mind, which are from your ancestors, or six etheric forces trying to make you do something or act on something, or people from the outside of you, in I guess the called matrix or whatever, the physical world, if you will. These are the people, family members, everything. They kind of control you in some form or sense. I wouldn't necessarily want them to, but that's just what happens. You kind of have to do certain things, and if you don't, you'll get kicked out. It's like a power struggle in a sense. So it's like you're forced to do things. If you don't do things, you're not family, you're not this, you're not that. But they can tend to do whatever they want. So it's just like there's you're D word if you do, you're D word if you don't. For real. It's like there's like no escaping exactly how to formulate that the axis of where that is and how to get around it. There's no getting around it. You just gotta go. Sometimes that has to happen. Also, this is gonna be a short video. This might be a short. I also wanted to focal point on my last relationship. It was a very quick relationship, the longest one I've been through, but also the shortest. One of the shortest, actually. Yeah, just when it comes to relationships, take your time. If you're not ready for one, in due time it'll tell you, and you'll get annoyed of it and everything like that. You're gonna do the necessary things to get out of that relationship. For me, I wasn't ready for the relationship. That's why. But when are you ready? You know what I mean? That's one thing I try to ask myself. When are you ready? But it's a process, and when you're I feel like when you're ready, you'll know. Because you'll start to exude those things, you'll start to want those things, or need those things more so to help you out. I feel like no one can really survive by themselves, especially in this society. So you're kind of going to need someone by your side. All right, more sorry. I shook. Why do? Not fair, I lived.